There is a particular bird called a chimney swift that has been a reoccurring theme in many of my poems. So I am going to read 10 poems today about chimney swifts. The first one is called Staying, and I wrote it in 2018. To live vicarious through the swifts, with sudden lows and lovely lifts, to be a time a locust tree, waving my leaflets like some sea. The porch is my sandbar, the sky is its waves, to quizzically see how life behaves. Some things are just exactly same, by mountain wild or ocean tame. Some vacations are better ought to be not gone on, not to leave this spot. Here's one that I wrote in 2020 called Front Runner. Front Runner. O nature, of this migratory Peruvian bird, why is he so low? Today is the first of spring. Pulling weeds, I glance up to notice him. The chimney swift, one chittery jiggler, a sight I know so well. I'm certain my birding is right. Winter is over. Single jittery flier circling near. But why is he alone? Was he lonesome as he flew here? Usually in a big flock. Will there be more? These times have confused many, but myself I am given hope, elated by the brave front runner. Maybe has been desolate, maybe he lost his family, but tomorrow I feel there will be more. Here's one I wrote the same year, 2020. I live for the swifts, winged cigars. I rise out of my bed. They put up my stars. I would serenade them with 10-stringed guitars if I knew how to sing, so I hitch my hope on their wings. Here's one called Summer Evenings. The Swift Show lasts all evening. Winged cigars diving into chimneys, catching gnats above our porch. The Bat Show starts at 9:15, just after the Swifts tuck into the stack. Bats diving across our street to the other side. They swim high and in straight but jittery paths from McDowell to Taylor Street and beyond. They like better bugs over Quince Alley. The Great Spirit gives us these shows, so we take our gifts. We follow the paths as they blend into darkness, while fireflies shoot through the in-between, and stars begin reminding us of smallness. Unless it rains, another show to tune into. Here's one I wrote in 22. Introducing friends. That bird flew close, says Candy, pointing my eyes to my favorite chimney swift, my feathery friend who never touches the ground. He chitters and swoops closely with all of his friends. That's my bird, I tell Candy, and I'm sure she believes me. I like him because he reminds me of you. I tell her they both are constantly moving, like his hummingbird cousin. She quickly changes the subject. Maybe she prefers homing pigeons. On we walk, looping the building, chatting like the birds. If you could see that picture, though, of when the two met, Candy by my side, swifts swooping so close. They seemed larger than life. Sometimes I imagine they come to greet just me, because I've chosen them as my birds, that when I'm peering the skies for them, they're looking out for me. Here's one from 22. But I'm so grateful for the passing of migratory birds. Swifts will return, I know. Here's another one from the same year. The chimney swifts returned to the northern skies. I watch them flutter and glide. They do not stop for passerbys. I see myself in how they fly. And here is the swiftiest summer from the same year. The swiftiest summer, our teenage neighbors were just boys rolling down the street in big wheel toys. They rolled up on that big wheel for years, until the youngest one grew into his ears. I remember one evening, just as the lights lowered, the line of chimney swift birds, almost boys down mowered. A long line of flying wings flapped in between me and their big wheel toy things. It was such a long line of chittering feathers. It about made an 8 that went on forever. The up-street neighbor boys, 3 in a line, all ducked to miss the flying twine. They could tell on that day of the bird parade. Some amateur bird watchers for sure were made. Here's one from last year, 23. A sky with no swifts. Have you known a day you wished was a bad dream, but just continued to roll the ream, water running over the rim of the stream until the bank took one for the team, and you'd be lucky not to drown where the whirlpool whirled around? I have known a few wrong times, but regret lingering in many rhymes. When regret lingered in many rhymes, only to look up high for some kind of hope in the sky. In a different season, I'd see chimney swifts flying over the hills' rifts, swooping under lower clouds, clinging tight in stacks of shrouds. But winter pushes them south, down, turn the corners of my mouth. Where will I find hope this season? With no birds gliding, with no reason. How will I receive this gift if the sky does not have swifts? And this is the last poem. It is called They're Still Here. How do the swifts know exactly where to go? The stacks they flew, they flit, and the summer where they split. They leave us for warmer climes, don't come back until springtime. Late summer there are few gliding o'er the morning dew. For about a month I saw none, maybe 'cause rain hit the sun. Then I saw one high above, and I remembered love. I was bout on my last rope, but the swifts gave me more hope. Something about the way they fly, flittering across the sky. So if you listen to all those poems, I imagine you're knowing what swifts are already, but I hope that you'll look into them a little bit and try to find them in your skies, because it can be very hopeful to see them flapping above. They're these little birds, and I've always loved them. So thanks for listening to this. Make sure if you want to catch my other things I put out, you can subscribe and you can like it to promote me a little bit. Thanks so much.